It's your girl, Coach Misty, and I am here. I am back with another Finding Purpose class. Today, guys, we are going to talk about emotional poverty, right? And y'all know how I get down. It's the I do, we do, you do. The I do, we do, you do scenario, right? So we are going to go ahead and talk about that, right? I'm going to talk about what emotional poverty is, give you some examples. You might be able to identify where you are dealing in emotional poverty. I'm going to tell you how to fix it and we can go ahead and work together. All right. All right. If you are new here, I am Coach Misty and today is not a feel good live. I might be smiling. That's because I got a lot accomplished this morning. But today is not a feel good live. This is a mindset and identity class. If you have ever felt like you love harder than you are loved, you stay longer than you should, and you don't ask for much, or you're strong but tired, I want you to stay. I know it's early in the morning. It's 4:24 here in Texas. It might be 2:24 where you're watching, depending on your location. But if any of those things resonate with you, I want you to stay. All right. Today, we are talking about emotional poverty, and faith is how we break it. Listen, I want you to type the word here. If you are here, I want you to type the word here. If you are staying for the full teaching, just go ahead and type in the comments here. Go ahead and put here in the comments. If you plan to stay for the full teaching, welcome in to How to Break Emotional Poverty. Thank you so much. We got a couple people saying here, I'm excited. All right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. First of all, as promised, I'm going to explain to you what emotional poverty is. Before I tell you what it is, let me tell you what it's not. Emotional poverty is not trauma. Emotional poverty is not depression. Emotional poverty is the belief that love is scarce, so you ration yourself. Let me tell you how you ration yourself. You don't ask for too much. How many people have been in a relationship where you don't ask for nothing? You be like, I don't want to ask this person for nothing because I don't want to run them off. So I'm just gonna make do with what I have. You don't ask for much time. You don't ask for no money. You don't ask for much. You don't ask for phone calls. You just kind of play it safe. As somebody said, me. All right. How about you grateful for the bare minimum? How many people can be honest with themselves and says, you know what, I've been in situations where I was just grateful for the bare minimum. Well, at least he calling, or at least she picking up the phone, or at least she answered the text message today. That's emotional poverty. Or you call self-abandonment being understanding. You have needs that need to be met, basic needs, but you forego your needs to stay in a situation because you are working with that person. That's you? Okay. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to let us know that we've been in emotional poverty. I've been in emotional poverty, right? So emotional poverty teaches you to survive instead of receive. Welcome to Faith to Heal Your Heart, Breaking Emotional Poverty. My name is Coach Missy. I am your identity strategist, your positive mind manipulator, and an overall bad bitch. And we're gonna get into it, all right? Listen, if this is hitting you, I want you to drop a heart. Some of y'all drop a broken heart. If this is hitting you somewhere ain't supposed to hit you, go ahead and drop a heart in the comments. All right, go ahead and drop the heart. Now, while you all dropping those hearts in the comments, I want to tell you that I do teach identity work like this weekly inside my highest self circle. It's not motivation, it's not no readings, right? It's identity installation. I'm gonna say that again, identity installation. I want you to know that the link is going to be pinned and it's up above my head, just so you know that. Or if you're watching me on YouTube or Facebook, the link is right there. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the teaching. Now, most of you were not, let me tell you how emotional poverty entered into your life, right? A lot of y'all think y'all wasn't loved. You feel like you wasn't loved properly as a child. You were unloved. No one loved you. The father of your first child did not love you. You guys were young. This is a lot of the stories that a lot of the women I coach tell themselves and each other, right? And it's not that you were unloved, is that you were inconsistently loved. Love showed up, but it wasn't a consistent thing, right? So because the love would come in spurts, you adapted. You adapted. Instead of finding something different, you adapted, right? So what you did was you became the easy one to get along with. And I'm not just talking about love in a relationship type way or a sexual way. I'm talking about love of your family, love of your father. I'm talking about that type of love, right? Some of y'all got best friends that you a better friend than the other person is. So you learn how to be the easy one. You learn how to be the strong one. You become low maintenance, right? And that version of you kept people around, but it also kept you emotionally hungry. Now, y'all can get sick of me, but if I'm talking to you, if right now your emotional stomach is growling, I just want you to type me in the comments. I want to make sure I'm talking to the right crowd. Because if I'm not talking to the right crowd, I'm going to stop this class right here, right now, and I'll come back and teach it tonight. If I'm talking to you, if you are emotionally hungry, if your soul is looking for more, I want you to put me in the comments. Huh? Put me in the comments. Put me in the comments. Yeah. Now, as the title of this class says, Faith to Heal Your Heart, which is breaking emotional poverty. So, right now, I'm a pivot and we're going to talk about faith, right? Now, I'm going to, as always, I tend to upset some of my good Christian Judies. I tend to upset some of my good church going friends by things that I say. But I'm going to say this: the Black church has taught you to endure in order of promises for a better future when you get to heaven. The Black church has taught you that there's no heaven on earth for you, and whatever you're going through is because you're going through it, and you're supposed to run to the church house. I don't want to get into it. That's too much. It's too early, and that's too much. Let me go ahead and reel it back in. Some of you all have used faith to endure what you should have exited. Can I say that again? Some of us, let me put myself in that category. Some of us have used faith to endure what we should have left a long time ago. See, what you need to understand from this day forward that faith is not about waiting. Faith is alignment. I told you, I'm here to manipulate your mind in a positive way. I'm here to listen. I'm here to help you adopt a new identity. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead, listen. I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. See, you prayed instead of choosing yourself. Yeah. Instead of walking away from a situation, you ran to God, Lord, fix it. And God said, I did fix it. I'm telling you to choose you. But you prayed instead of choosing yourself. Or you called neglect patience. Oh, I'm just gonna wait for this person to change. I'm gonna wait for them to come around. I'm gonna wait for them to realize how good of a person I am, right? Or this is my best one. You spiritualize discomfort. Yeah, you spiritualize discomfort. What you say, trouble won't last always. God won't put more on me than I can bear. You have spiritualized discomfort. And I want you to know that real faith does not make you smaller, it stabilizes you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, y'all need to be sharing this with somebody. If this is a word, if you're like, oh, she didn't come to play at 4 o'clock in the morning, go ahead and share this out with two people today and not tomorrow. Huh? Today and not tomorrow. Because see, if this teaching right now feels different, if the vibe I'm giving you feels different, it's because it is, right? Because it is. Inside the higher self circle, we don't chase healing, we install identity. I'm not here to motivate you any longer. I've been motivating you for 4 years. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to move you. I'm not here to move you emotionally. I'm here to move you mentally. I'm here to move you intentionally. You understand what I'm saying? Inside the high self circle, that's why I'm taking my business model a different way, my coaching model, because inside the higher self circle, I realized we need to work on emotional sufficiencies. Yeah, we need to work on how to create boundaries without guilt, how to say no with a smile. We need to work on faith as posture and not pleading. See, this is where the conversation continues, which is in the highest self circle. And if you'd like to do that, the link is pinned, or you can just simply go to go.iamcoachmissy.com or click the link in the bio. Now, I'm going to talk about emotional poverty versus wealth. Listen, emotional poverty versus wealth. Let me talk about that. Emotionally poor people love from fear. When you are emotionally poor, let me say this to say that because I don't think some of y'all realize you can actually, I don't think y'all realize this. You can actually be wealthy, be wealthy, be financially set and still be emotionally poor. I don't think y'all understand that. Did y'all know that? When I'm talking about emotionally poor, I'm not talking about the person that's crying because they can't pay their light bill. No, most emotionally poor people have all of this put together. They have all of this put together, all this shit put together. That's what most emotionally poor people do. We put our time, and I say we because I was one of them. We put our time into other things to make it seem like we got everything together, when inside we are breaking, we are crying. Emotionally poor people normally, listen, emotionally poor people normally, we go pick up other strays. We go pick up strays and try to fix them. Yeah, y'all didn't know that. We pick up strays and try to fix them because it makes us feel better inside. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Matter of fact, if y'all just not joining, if somebody, if does anybody want me to kind of reboot and start from the top? If y'all just came in and y'all like, I think I like what she's talking about. You want me to break it down a little more? Yes or no? Because I said I really wasn't gonna stay on here that long, but I got time. So if you want me to break it down, say break it down. They said sure. Dion D said why not? Okay. All right, y'all. We got a flash goal on TikTok. We need 40 people to go ahead and put that in there. 40 people to send that heart so we can hit our flash goal. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and break it down for y'all. I'm gonna take this another way. If y'all didn't know, if you just joined in, my name is Coach Misty, and I'm that girl. And not only am I that girl, I am also in my DBA program. I've been accepted into a doctorate program. I was in one a long time ago and stopped going because I was tired. I was tired of schooling, but I'm back. So if you allow me to, I would like to present this. Listen, listen. If you allow me to, I would like to present this in a lecture style. Is that okay? Can I practice with y'all? Can I give y'all a lecture? Yes or no? Can we do this? Can we do this lecture style? There's somebody over here on YouTube. On YouTube talking about Bible study at 5:30 a.m. is legendary. I hate people. I hate people. I hate trolls and I hate people. And I hate people who pretend to be trolls on the internet. And the crazy part is that if a person really said, listen, if a person really said and listened to what I was saying, it would probably help them instead of trying to cause dissension in the comments. But here we are, and this is that. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a lecture style for y'all. That's how we gonna go ahead and do this. Give me 1 second. I was gonna turn this one into a video, um, but we gonna do it right here, right now. Y'all tapping is clapping, sharing is caring. Let's go ahead and send those 40 heart puffs so we can listen. Listen, let me go ahead and send those 40 heart puffs so we can go ahead and meet our flash goal. Absolutely. And we're gonna turn this into a straight lecture because I'm with the what always and forever with the shits. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Faith to Heal Your Heartbreak and Emotional Poverty. I am your girl, the future doctor. Listen, I am the future Dr. McCullough. Okay. And we are going to go ahead and do that. Today's lecture is going to examine, yeah, let's get into it. Today's lecture is going to examine a concept that is rarely named directly, yet profoundly shapes adult decision making, relationship patterns, self worth, and even financial outcomes. This is called emotional poverty. Oh yeah, now y'all got the future Dr. Scott in the building. Mirror, 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 mirror. Mirror, 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 mirror. Emotional poverty is not the absence of love in one's life. I'm going to reiterate that. That's not what this is. It is the internal belief that love, safety, validation, and emotional security are scarce resources. I'm going to say this. Emotional poverty is when you believe that love, safety, validation, and emotional security are scarce resources. So when this belief goes unchallenged for however many years, adults may appear functional. Your adults, I told you, y'all needs to be the baddest. You appear functional, successful, and independent, yet internally you operate from fear, depletion, and overcompensation. Yeah, you look good on the outside. You got your shit together. You got four businesses, three houses, two cars, and two well mannered kids. But internally, you are depleted. Internally, you overcompensate for everything, right? So, what I'm going to say this, I'm going to let you know this that this lecture, because y'all allowed me to do this lecture style, and I appreciate y'all. This lecture will explore emotional poverty through three lenses. We're going to talk about psychological conditioning. Yeah, we're going to talk about psychological conditioning. We're going to talk about spiritual belief systems, right? And we're going to talk about identity formation in adulthood. Now, if you don't have pen and paper, you might want to go ahead and get it. This will also be on my YouTube. I am Coach Misty on YouTube. Listen, hey, Mama knows you need to go follow me on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube and hit the notification. Go to I am Coach Misty on YouTube. Hit the notification and get those, and you'll know when I'm on. All right. So now let's talk. Let's go back to what emotional poverty is. Emotional poverty is a chronic internal scarcity mindset. I'm going to say this again. Emotional poverty is a chronic internal scarcity mindset related to love, safety, worth, and belonging. It is not always dramatic. I'm not talking about the crybaby. I'm not talking about the drama queen. In fact, it is also subtle and socially reinforced. Yeah. See, common internal narratives include I have to earn love. How many people feel like they have to earn somebody's love? How many people feel like when they go into a situation, I have to earn this? Or listen, if I stop giving, I'll be abandoned. Now, you may not say that out your mouth, but your actions say that. If I stop giving, I'll be abandoned. That's why you're the go to in your family when everybody needs some money. They call you because internally you say, if I stop giving, I'll be abandoned. Or I can't expect too much. You don't expect much from people, and that's why you don't ask for help. Or I should be grateful for whatever I get. Some of y'all get in relationships and let somebody give you the bare minimum and show yourself as being grateful. Or my famous one of Black women everywhere, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to be a burden. So, unlike acute trauma, emotional poverty is adaptive. Huh? It develops a survival strategy. See, the individual, you and me, we learn to minimize needs. We suppress expectations and self manage emotional pain in order to maintain connection or stability. I'm going to say this again. You and me, I've done it. You've done it too. Some of y'all are still in it. We suppress expectations. We don't expect nothing out of people. We don't expect what we give, right? We self manage emotional pain. We tuck it way down. We get degrees and we go to law school and get businesses and do all kind of stuff to hide that emotional pain, right? We busy ourselves. And what else do? We minimize our needs. Yeah. Again, emotional poverty is not about what happened to you. It's not about what happened to you. It's about what you concluded about yourself as a result. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about how emotional poverty is formed. If that's okay with y'all, that's all right. Can we go ahead and talk about how emotional poverty is formed? Listen, YouTube, I'm going to bring y'all into the light. There we go. I'm going to bring y'all into the light. Let's talk about how emotional poverty is actually formed. Number one, emotional poverty typically develops in environments where emotional expression was discouraged or unsafe. If you were born in a household where you couldn't be a crybaby, you couldn't tell nobody your feelings, your mother was hard, your father wasn't there, or maybe both your parents were there, they didn't show emotions, so you didn't learn how to show emotions. This is where emotional poverty came from. If that was you, say me. If that was you, say me, right? Or love was conditional, inconsistent, or transactional. Some of us who fell in love, listen, some of us who fell in love a long time ago with the wrong person, who somebody who also was living in emotional poverty, made us work for it. So we learned at a young age, especially a lot of us who had we were teenage parents. We might have thought that love was conditional, inconsistent, or transactional, or also the people who didn't grow up with a father or grow with a father who was in and out their lives. Emotional poverty also develops in children who are required to be strong and mature or low maintenance. If you were the firstborn, right? If you were the firstborn, if you had a mother who was working outside the home, you were required to be the strong one. You were a latchkey kid. This is where emotional poverty shows up. Or also this also for caregivers, right? Caregivers who were emotionally, if your caregiver was emotionally unavailable, overwhelmed, or unpredictable, 9 times out of 10, you are a victim of emotional poverty. See, over time, the nervous system learns a critical rule, which is needing less keeps me safe. Closing my mouth keeps me safe. Staying out the way keeps me safe. This belief becomes embedded. Listen, this belief becomes embedded long before adulthood, long before it. Now, I'm going to talk to you how it manifests in your adult life. First of all, in adult life, emotional poverty often shows up as overfunctioning in relationships. You are being everything at once and nothing to yourself. You are the person's mother, their best friend, their confidant, their job coach. You are their motivator. And what are you getting? Absolutely nothing. It also shows up in the difficulty receiving care, compliments, or support. We talked about this the other day. Not a lot of y'all women don't even know how to take a compliment. And when a man pays you a compliment and you don't know how to take a compliment, you are letting him know that you ain't used to shit. Y'all don't want to hear me. I really think it's the head scarf I got on. I really think it's my little turban hat. I really think it's my little turban hat that got me on one today. Yeah. Also, attraction to emotionally unavailable partners is how, attraction to emotionally unavailable partners, right, is also how it manifests in your life, right? Also, staying too long in dynamics where you're not reciprocated, where your love is not reciprocated, where what you give is not reciprocated, and you stay too long in that is where emotional poverty shows up. Also, confusing endurance with loyalty. Saying I've been with somebody for 20 years, but he done had 3 kids on you. That's a fucking problem, right? Confusing time. Listen, confusing time with love. Oh, I didn't put too much time into this. I can't go nowhere. Well, bitch, you ain't moved yet. Y'all don't. Can I put my glasses on? Is that okay? Can I put my glasses on for y'all? I feel like I gotta put my wedding band back on. I don't know. I feel like I need to put my wedding band back. Let me put my wedding band back on. I was about to go to sleep. Can I put my glasses on? Yes, no, maybe so. What we doing? What we doing? What the fuck we doing? Huh? What we doing? I need y'all to get out this emotional poverty. Huh? I'm gonna talk to you. You said 23 years and starving emotionally. All right, let me put my glasses on. Let's get this. Let's go ahead and have class for real. Let's get into this shit for real. Let's get into this shit for real. All right, listen, importantly, many high achieving adults. Many high achieving adults carry emotional poverty precisely because you learn self-sufficiency early. See, your independence becomes an armor. I told y'all, this ain't for the women. You oh, emotional poverty. Oh, that must be for them old stupid chicks that's dating a dude in jail. No, that's for your dumb ass. That's for your dumb ass. That's for your dumb ass, particularly when I buy somebody when they ain't never did shit for you. That's for your dumb ass for getting up and going to work and making a house a home when this person won't give you 2 cents. That's you, dumb dumb. That's you. That's you with the 2 degrees, L stupid. I'm not talking, when I say emotional poverty, don't link emotional poverty with financial wealth. Okay, because I know how some, oh, she's not talking to me. I'm talking to you, dummy. You the first one. Good morning. I don't even know how I'm gonna go to sleep after this shit. Good morning. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Okay. 4 businesses in 4 years and you single as fuck. I'm talking to you. Good morning. Now, I'm going to explain, listen, the role of faith, where it's misunderstood versus being embodied. Okay. Let me talk about a common misuse of faith. That's number one. Because y'all be, I got faith, faith of a mustard seed. Bitch, in emotionally impoverished adults, let me say this, in emotionally impoverished adults, faith is often used as a coping mechanism rather than a stabilizing identity, right? It's used as a justification for endurance rather than transformation. I just told y'all about that. You be like, Lord, faith gonna get me through. God gonna get me through. No, God gave you a door to walk out of. God said, divorce that nigga 10 years ago. God said, I got something better for you. And you still keep you because I got faith. Faith in what? You use faith as a replacement for boundaries rather than the foundation for them. Right? Phrases such as gotta fix it. Gotta fix it. Right? Or I'm just gonna pray about it can unintentionally delay action, reinforce passivity, and spiritualize neglect. So when you throw your hands up and say, Lord, I surrender to you, but you ain't asked God for a plan, what you doing is using faith as a way to stay in your situation. You are using God as a scapegoat for your stupidity. You is using God as a scapegoat for your fear. Lord, I throw my hands up to you. Lord, take it from me. No, God said walk away. God said I gave you 2 feet, 4 wheels on the car, a job, and a place to go. Leave. Oh, okay. I want you to know that healthy faith has not does not mean waiting for rescue. That's not what faith is. If we're not waiting, God gave you a plan. God gave you a brain. Use it. Healthy faith is not waiting for rescue. Healthy faith means internal authorization. When you have healthy faith, you know that you were made in God's image and that you can make decisions. It's called internal authorization. It sounds like something the IRS would use. Internal authorization. Faith, when embodied, faith, when embodied, operates as a regulator of self worth, right? A permission structure for choosing safety, and reciprocity, a stabilizing force that reduces emotional desperation. I'm gonna say this again. When you are embodied in faith, right? You know who you are. Not only am I a child of God, I am somebody. And I'm not saying this because it's Black History Month and it's a Martin Luther King speech. I am somebody. But the problem is, a lot of y'all don't know who you are. So, how can you have self worth when you have no idea who you are, who you want to be? How can you put a value to that? You can't put a value to that. You can't walk into a store and then an item is missing and say, I want to buy this item. I'm gonna take this piece of air. You go to the shelf. This is how some of y'all operating in life. Some of y'all operating in life in the grand scheme of life, in the mall of life. You walking into the store and you walking into an empty store, empty shelf, and saying, whatever product is here is what I want. I'm gonna go ahead and scoop my hand up and hold this imaginary product and take it to the front and tell somebody to check me out. Girl, ain't shit to scan. That product is gone. It's missing. It's nothing to scan. What am I supposed? How can I check you out when there's nothing in your hands? And that's what God is saying. How can He elevate you when you don't even know who you are? You haven't even decided what you want to be. You just going with the flow. How can He check you out? How can He take you to the next level? So don't tell me, oh, I say, what is your self worth like when I coach y'all? Oh, what's your self worth? Oh, baby, I love me. You don't even know who you are. You haven't defined what love is. You can't tell me how to love you, and you don't know who you are. And you wonder why people treat you any type of way. Mm. Get back into it. Also, this is a permission structure for choosing safety, right? And listen, I want somebody to reciprocate what I'm giving out, right? Listen, listen, I want somebody to reciprocate what I'm giving out. You don't have to. If I like to feed people. I don't need you to feed me because I like to feed people. But I want to know the way I take care of you, you'll be willing to take care of me. You are invested in me enough to find out what it is that I need and match that with your skill set. But see, a lot of y'all are fucking with people who don't have a skill set that match your needs. You know why? Because you don't know your needs. Because you don't know who you are. It's always going to go back to you don't know who the fuck you are. All right. Listen, also a stabilizing force that reduces emotional desperation. Right? In this framework, faith does not ask, will I be chosen? That's just like when I do the readings and I do Timeline Tuesday. And y'all, coach, you said I was going to meet somebody. You said I was going to meet somebody. Am I still going to meet that person? Where's your faith at? Why are you talking about, will I? That's saying, will I be chosen? Am I worthy of being loved? Does such and such love me? Ask that motherfucker if he love you. Don't get in my live when I do free yes and no's and be like, does Antoine love me? Bitch, ask Antoine. Hello. Ask Antoine. Okay. 9 times out of 10, it's a no. 9 times out of 10, he don't love you because if he loved you, you would already know it. Okay. Come on, somebody. Welcome in. I am with the what? All American shits. If you didn't know, now you know. Okay. The all American shits. Absolutely. Yeah. It's not about even changing. First of all, you can't change your mindset. You can't change your mindset until you decide who you want to be. See, everybody say, oh, I need to think more positive. But what are you thinking of? What positive thinking are what are we thinking about? Until you decide who you gonna be tomorrow or on your next level, that when you accept what your identity is, that's when you start determining what's positive. These are my boundaries, this, that, and the other. I'm gonna think more positive about what? About what? Not knowing where your life is going. That type of positive. That the type hold on, y'all. That the type of positive we thinking about. I hate this thing that has the wish cue. I need to hold on 1 second. So Arnisha said, "This is disturbing." Well, Arnisha, get the fuck off my live. I don't understand. People are weird as fuck. Get the fuck off my live. Tell me this is disturbing, bitch. Bye. The fuck on. Good morning. Hey, listen, one thing about it, two things for sure. You are never required to stay in my life if you don't like something I'm saying. Know this. Know that I ain't for Kenya. It's too goddamn early to be taking testimonies or confirmations that I'm about to teach this class and I'm about to get the fuck on. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to get in the shower and I'm going to fuck to sleep. Good morning, greetings, salutations. Okay. All right. Listen, when you have faith, faith doesn't ask, will I be chosen? Faith says, I'm already held. I'm already here. Okay. All right. I want you to know that this distinction fundamentally alters listen, relational behavior. When you make a decision that you already that, you're not I can't wait till I become that. Bitch, you already that. Don't be I can't wait till I become this. I can't wait. You said not knowing yourself is that generational behavior. Well, here's the deal. It can be. Not knowing yourself can be generational behavior. If you were raised in a household where nobody was to where you wasn't taught how to define who you are, if nobody gave you an identity, then that can be generational behavior. But at the same time, goddamn, you if you've been in a workplace, if you've been outside the household, if you've been to a workplace, you've seen people who are sure of themselves. You may not have had, listen, not knowing who you are, deciding who you are might have been something that troubled you at 15 and 16, but sweet mother of God at 50, get it together. Please. At some point, we got to stop blaming shit on childhood trauma. At some point, we got to stop blaming shit on childhood trauma. You hoes is 56 years old with grandkids and still talking about what my father didn't do. Get the fuck out of here. At some point, we got to take accountability and responsibility for our fucked up actions. Everything ain't your mama's fault. Okay? Please. Please. Thank you, Jesus. Everything ain't your mammy's fault. Tired of that shit. I'm doing shadow work. Bitch, turn the light on. Hello. Good morning, hoes. Turn the light on. The fuck are we doing? Where was I at? Bitch, I'm never going to sleep at this point. I'm never going to sleep. Let's talk about emotional poverty versus emotional wealth. You right, having a victim mentality is weird. Let's talk about that. First of all, emotional poverty operates on the fear of loss. That's what emotional poverty. You scared to lose, you don't want nobody to leave you, whoop de doo. Right? It also operates on over attachment. Okay, y'all be too into a motherfucker. He don't even like you like that. Then also hypervigilance or rejection. You don't want to be rejected. I don't want nobody to leave me, blah, blah, blah. Get out of here. Listen, or self-abandonment. So I'm going to say this again. Emotional poverty operates on fear of loss, over attachment, self abandonment, hypervigilance, listen to rejection. Emotional wealth, on the other hand, emotional wealth operates on internal sufficiency. I'm okay with me. I'm enough for me. Listen, saying I'm enough for me and isolating yourself is two different things. I never said I wanted to be alone. What I'm saying is I'm enough for me. I'm okay with me. And see, when you okay with you, other people have no reason to have no choice but to be okay with you. When you okay with you, other people got to be okay with you. You see how that works? All right, next is self-trust. Emotional wealth operates on self-trust. Also, selective vulnerability. Okay, and calm discernment. Emotional wealthy individuals are not detached or cold. Some people be like, you ain't got no heart. No, bitch, my shit is beating a good 72 beats per minute. I have a heart. I'm just not depending on you to breathe. I have a heart. I used to have dudes tell me that, oh, you heartless. No, nigga, I'm not heartless. I'm not just with your shit. I'm not depending on you. I'm not holding my breath until you call. You understand me? Because I know how to entertain myself. I'm okay with me. However, I'm not stating that I want to be alone. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, bitch, I'm okay with me. Also, listen, when you are emotionally wealthy, you don't chase connection. You don't chase connection. You allow connection to meet you where you are. You don't chase connection, right? Listen, and here's the deal. This shift that I'm talking about from going from emotional poverty to emotional wealthy, it is not a personality thing. It's about identity regulation. It's about deciding on who the fuck you are. Now, we're going to go into identity versus intervention. I know I'm throwing a lot of you hoes early in the morning. Go back and watch it on YouTube. I am Coach Misty. Listen, let me tell you why healing alone is not enough. Y'all be like, I'm on my healing journey. Well, when the fuck does that end? Where, bitch, what kind of balloon ride you on? I'm on my healing journey. You know how many times I hear that today when I'm coaching people? I'm on my healing journey. Okay, well, when the expiration date on that? And then they be like, how do I know if I'm really healed? I thought you was on a journey. Because if you're on a journey, you have to have a destination. You have to have directions. I'm not just gonna get in my car. Listen, when I go and when I want to go to the, I don't know how to get to the car wash by myself. I only been there a couple times. I don't know how to get there by myself. So I plug the car wash. I know where I want to go. I enjoy the car wash. I know where I want to go, but I gotta plug it. I kind of know the area, but I still plug it in directions because I just don't want to be riding around. See, that's what's the problem. You go on a healing journey, but you don't have no directions. You haven't set a final destination for this healing. So now this healing journey then turned into 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, 15 years, and you still healing, but you healing and you by yourself. You understand me? It feels good to say you healing, but what are you don't even know what the fuck you healing from at this point. So let me go ahead and get into this. Huh? Hello, good day, good luck on your journey. Most adults pursue healing endlessly without installing a new identity, right? Healing addresses pain, identity governs behavior. I'm gonna say this again. A lot of y'all hoes heal and don't know what the fuck you healing from and the shit and don't know where you healing to. Don't know what the fuck you healing from and don't know where you healing to, but you healing. And it feels good to say that because it's like, oh, I'm healing. I feel strong. It's a motivator, but it doesn't tell you anything because what healing addresses pain, while identity governs behavior. Listen, if identity remains rooted in scarcity, healed individuals often recreate family dynamics because the nervous system seeks coherence. You're going to create family dynamics and familiar dynamics. So let me say this. When I say create family dynamics, if you are healing, yeah, it's go for men too. If you are in your healing journey, but you have no new identity, if you are healing from, let's talk about the men who didn't have a mother. Maybe your mother wasn't shit. Maybe she was around, but she didn't love you. She didn't care for you. Right. And so if you are in that moment and you say, well, I'm healing from whatever mommy trauma I've had, I made something of myself. I went to college, I went to the service, I did well, I'm a homeowner. I'm blah blah blah. I look good on paper. Whoop de doo. Blah blah blah. XYZ LMNOP. If you don't have an identity shift, you're going to get a woman who either treats you cold and reminds you of your mother, right? Or you're going to seek a woman out for the wrong things, which is to mother you and you want her to be your mother and your wife or your woman at the same time, which will cause stress on the relationship. And then when that situation breaks down, either she was too much like your mama or you want her to be too much of a mother for you, then and that shit breaks down and she rejects you, then you're back on your healing journey and it's a nasty circle, it's a nasty cycle. So again, I'm gonna say this again. If your identity, listen, is rooted in scarcity, healed individuals often recreate familiar and family dynamics because the nervous system seeks coherence. Let's talk about the identity shift framework, if you don't mind. Breaking emotional poverty requires adopting an identity anchored in self permission. Breaking emotional poverty also requires adopting an identity based in emotional sufficiency and worth without performance. This identity makes different choices, right? This identity will withdraw from inconsistent relationships sooner. People be like, oh, what Kai told me, take your running shoes off. Shit, what the fuck I'm supposed to do? Sit down and let a person walk all over me? That's wild. See, when I wasn't sure of myself, I stayed with people who wasn't sure of themselves because we had a trauma bond and then we would be in a fucked up situation. And I literally ended up loving the person who was hurting me. The person who was hurting me would be the person that was consoling me. And I was in a very nasty cycle. And I'm not talking about in my 20s or 25. I was going through this shit from 2016 all the way until hell 2023. I was going through that nasty ass cycle from 2016 on and off to 2023, right? But then once I decided my new identity and said, you know what, this person can never give me what I need, or this situation can never be what I need. It doesn't fit my identity. Once I really started working within the boundaries I had set for myself, I was able to go ahead and withdraw from that relationship quick, fast, and in a hurry. I didn't need no months and oh, let me think about it and talk to people. I was able to just say fuck it and walk away. When listen, when you are in this identity, right? and of making different choices, you're going to listen, you will tolerate solitude without panic. It's okay to be by yourself. Not saying that you want to be by yourself, but when you are by yourself, you're not panicking for somebody else. Because see, when you panic, when the silence fucks with you, if you don't know how to be quiet, because see, and when you are quiet is when you hear from God. And I don't mean just shutting your goddamn mouth. I'm talking about when your spirit is quiet, when you are at peace, that's when you will hear God's voice. God never stops speaking to you, but you had so much other shit going on that you couldn't hear. You couldn't tell his voice from your mama's voice. You couldn't tell his voice from your baby daddy voice. You couldn't tell his voice from that negative voice inside your head. So when you learn how to adopt peace and sit in solitude, right? Without panicking, without needing to hear from somebody, without needing somebody to be by your side, that's when God will reveal the plan he has for your life. Also, when you're in this identity shift, it does not negotiate basic needs. My basic needs will be met everywhere that I go. And if my basic needs cannot be met where I'm going, I'm not going. I don't care if it's a place, person, thing. I don't care what it is. If my basic needs cannot be met, I am not going. See, faith at this stage becomes less about asking and more about alignment. All right. Did y'all like this class like this? Let me ask you a question before we close out. How did y'all like the lecture? How did y'all like me lecturing versus the other way I teach the class? Y'all like the lecture or y'all like the old way? Give me a L or a O in the comments. Do you like the lecture or do you like the old way? Which one we doing? And Facebook, YouTube, you guys tune into. Do y'all like the lecture or do y'all like the old way? Tammy said, I love it. It's my first time here. Welcome in, Simon. My name is Coach Misty. I'm the founder of the Highest Self Circle. You come on and join. You said I like this way, Big L. Hey, 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 hey. I'm still gonna cuss y'all hoes out. But it has a more intellectual spin. You like this way better? Okay. I fucks with it. I like the lecture. Okay. I fucks with it. So I'm gonna say this to say that before we close out, and if you got questions, I'm gonna let you ask me questions. Gracefully rebuilt, and I like all of it. Listen, listen, you like the L, I like the lecture too. Let me say this before I say that. I want you to know that emotional poverty is not a weakness. It is not a weakness. It is learned adaptation. This is learned behavior. Anything that you learn, you can unlearn. I'm gonna say this again. Anything that you've learned, you can unlearn. You can unlearn this shit. This is a learned behavior, and I'm here to help you unlearn that shit. But here's the deal: in unlearning it, I'm not just going to help you unlearn it. We're going to replace this with positive behaviors. We're going to replace this. What are we doing? I am installing new identities. We are installing new identities. You hear me? So we're going to listen, I'm going to replace this with something positive, because see, if I just help you scoop this out, then there's a hole, there's a void that's missing. Right? If I help you unlearn all this stuff but don't put nothing in place of it, then there's a void missing, and you might fill it up with some other bullshit. And I can't have that. Because bitch, then my work has been in vain. Okay? So I want you to know that I don't want you to feel bad about it. If you realize that you are living in emotional poverty, it's okay. Welcome in. Oh, I'm here to help, right? Listen, I want you to know that faith is not denial. We talked about that. Faith is not denial, it is internal stabilization. Stop waiting for tomorrow to be better and decide today is the day. Stop waiting for a better tomorrow. Stop waiting for a brighter future. Bitch, this ain't Whitney Houston, and this ain't the sixth grade graduation. Okay, I believe the children are our future. Okay, bitch, we didn't even hear no more. Stop waiting for a better tomorrow to happen and decide that today is the day that shit will change. Today is the day. Not tomorrow, not next week, not on my birthday, maybe by the time I turn 50. The fuck? Today. Okay, at 5:07 a.m., bitch, in the next minute, this is when I'm changing. Okay, this is what I'm changing. Period, point blank, right? Also, I want you to know that healing is not an endpoint. Healing is not an endpoint, identity is, right? So, everybody who talking about, oh, I'm in my healing phase. No, bitch, who the fuck are you about to become? Okay, caterpillar. Bitch, go in a cocoon and come out something new. Everybody talking about you healing. Healing from what? Healing from who? And what are not, I could, if I give you the floor right now and say, what do you need to heal from? You'll give me a whole laundry list of shit. Oh, when I was 2 years old, my daddy hit my leg and I'm scared of that. Girl, shut the fuck up. What are you healing from? The question is, okay, you can tell me where you're healing from, but what are you healing to? What is your next step? What is your new identity? Who do you want to become? Right? I always tell people one of the best things my mother ever did for me is she would ask me all the time, what you want to be? What do you want to be when you grow up? My mother told me, instilled in me a long time ago, and people laugh, or people used to laugh until a bitch started making $1 million. Jokes on you, ho. Bitches, motherfuckers used to laugh at me when I would start all my businesses, and they be like, "Damn, what don't you do? You got a baking business, you do stand up comedy, you do this, you do that." Motherfuckers was laughing until a bitch started pulling up in foreign cars, and they was like, wait a minute." Motherfuckers started laughing until a bitch started popping up on TV. Wait a minute, hello. Yeah. Yeah. But my mother always said to me, she said, you can be anything you want to be. When I told my mother I wanted to be a lawyer and a doctor, my mother, even from a young age, my mother never told me that I couldn't be everything. She said, you could be a lawyer, you could be a doctor, you can be whatever you want to be. I want to be an artist. I really couldn't draw, but hey, she pumped me up. But she made me believe that I could be all of those things. She said, just pick one and go with it. And she said, accomplish that and move on to something else. So that stuck with me. Again, learn behavior. That stuck with me. I can be everything I want to be. Everything I want to be. There's no profession that I've wanted to do that I haven't touched. There's nothing, no career move that I wanted to make that I haven't done. There's no business that I want to start that I have not put my hand on it. You hear me? You hear me? And I'm a better individual for it. And I'm here to help you with those type of things. I'm not saying you got to start 10 businesses. I'm just saying decide who you want to be. What I want to let you know by telling you that story is it's never too late to become something different. It's never too late to start nothing new. You hear me? And you are going to have people who tell you that you tripping. The people who tell you when you start making a decision to set boundaries and become something new and become something better for you, people are going to turn their backs on you. I want to be very open and honest with you. People are going to turn their backs on you. People are going to talk about you. People are going to try to talk you out of it. People are going to call you crazy. And it's not because they don't understand you. The thing is, they know that they won't be able to get over on you. Once you become this new thing, they're not going to be able to get over on you. They don't want you to change how you interact. They don't want you to change your circle because if you do that, then maybe you'll take the blinders off and see they really full of shit and was never for you in the first place. So I want to be open and honest with you. If you do decide to change, I need to let you know that this road will become a lonely one if you do it on your own. But bitch, if you come and join the higher self circle, my God, I don't know what kind of call to action that was. Listen, if you do this shit alone, bitch, it's gonna be a lonely road. It was lonely for me, right? I decided to change who I was and how I moved during COVID. So not only was I isolated physically, not only was it isolated physically, I was also isolated emotionally. I was isolated mentally because I had to cut motherfuckers off. I had to cut people off. Period. Point blank. Crystal said, "How do we join?" I'm gonna tell you this. The question before I show you how to join, the question I want you listen. The question no longer is how do I get more love? That's not the question we have. The question becomes who do I become so I stop believing that love is scarce. Huh? The question is the man in my dreams out there for me? Is my divine, you hoes be talking about your divine counterpart. Baby, that shit takes me down every time. Is my divine husband? Well, bitch, you ain't want a regular husband? Is my divine husband? Is my divine God sent husband out there? Girl, man down. Man the fuck down. Man down, bitch. Y'all be tripping me out. Shut up. The question is, are you the divine God called fearing woman that God wants you to be? Are you the person that you want to be? Are you the person of your dreams? Stop worrying about if the man of your dreams is out here, bitch. Are you the person of your dreams? Can you close your eyes and see who you are at the next level? My question is, are you operating at your highest self? Glory be to God. Baby, if my husband wasn't sleeping and ain't have to get up and go throw this mail in about 2.5 hours, I would ding 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 ding. I would hit it. I will hit it. Listen, I'm going to show y'all how to sign up for the Higher Self Circle, and that is going to conclude today's lecture. I am your girl, the future Dr. McCullough. Okay? You can call me Dr. Misty Mac for short. To God be the glory for the things he has done. Listen, if you are watching this, what's up, Buttercups? If this your first time here, let me know you new and you don't know what to do. Bitch, I'm going to help you. If you knew and don't know what to do, let me know. That's what Aaliyah say. If you knew and don't know what to do, let me know. You said you like Dr. Misty Mac. So, guys, we have a new website. Tammy, what's up, Buttercup? Welcome in. So, we have a new website. It's go.iamcoachmisty.com. We have a new website, which is go. dot iamcoachmissy.com. Now, if you go to the link in my bio on TikTok and you press it, because it is a new link, it comes up and say, "Hey, we is this link safe? You want to go there, bitch? Say yes." Or you can just go ahead and take a screenshot. There it is right there at the top, looking ass. And go. This is for the people on TikTok. Hold on, YouTube. And go dot iamcoachmissy.com. When you first go to the site, it's going to be here. Start your reset. Go ahead and fill out your information. I'll send you a 30-day reset guide. Okay. Next, we're going to X out of that. Fill out your information or X out, right? And we're going to go ahead right there, right here, above this pretty picture. It says the highest self circle. This is where you sign up for the highest self circle. We already have the introduction and week one assignments up there. Okay, bitch, if you thought this lecture was everything, go to the highest self circle and see what's up, right? This is our coaching container for our next identity. Okay, I am your identity strategist. I'm your positive mind manipulator and overall bad bitch. So go ahead and click on the higher self circle. That's how you sign up right there on go.iamcoachmissy.com. Also, you can also scroll down. Some of you hoes need a pep talk. Some of y'all hoes need a pep talk about whatever the fuck it is. Listen, some of y'all hoes need a pep talk. So go ahead and sign up for your pep talk. You can keep scrolling. You can check out my brands, which are Budget Bay. Y'all credit ain't shit. Your identity fucked up. Hey, if you get a new identity, you might as well get a new credit score, okay? Your identity fucked up. Your credit score, you got your credit score looking like a GPA, bitch. It's a 3.6. Yo, your credit score looking like a GPA, bitch. It's a 420. Fuck you mean. Okay, go ahead and sign up for Budget Bay. Let me go ahead and fix your credit. Listen, some of y'all need a tax return. That's fine too. Listen, some of y'all like, I want to sign up for your shit, but my money funny, bitch. Sign up for the tax return. Sign up for the taxes first. Let me get you some money. And then we'll get that other shit worked out. Listen, y'all gonna be like, damn, what don't she do? Everything that I'm presenting to you, everything is in what's called the Coach Missy effect. Everything that I do, huh? I learned how to, well, gracefully reveal. No, for real. I recreated myself. Listen, everything I do, everything I offer you is things that I've done to help recreate myself, right? I got my finances together. I learned how to do taxes. Like I got tired of playing H&R Block. I opened up my own tax business a long time ago. So I'm deep into that, right? Listen, I learned, listen, I also had to get creative with my taxes when I started earning well over six figures. When IRS told me I owed them $17,000 one year, I had made over $200,000 and I ain't had no dependents, and they told me I owed them $17,000. Bitch, I got real creative. Hmm? I started going to IRS conferences and all type of shit. I know you fucking lying. Somebody gonna tell me something. And that's how I came to oh no more oh no more tax service. Oh no more tax service. Okay. 17,000 my ass. I know you fucking lying. Instead of paying them 17,000, I took part of that money and started me a tax service, got my own EFIN and started going to get my education credits up on this tax shit and open up my own financial firm. I know you fucking lying. So go ahead and sign up and get your taxes done. Next, if I have books, I got all kind of books on Amazon, workbooks, stupid. I got novels, messy novels. I have self-help books. The 48 Laws of Overflow is out now. So go visit my author page on Amazon, right? Go check the books out. Some of y'all hoes need to fast, okay? And I ain't talking about spiritually, I'm talking about physically. Go check out that Slim Water. And then at the end, y'all can look at this. Y'all know how to read. But at the end, y'all been asking for the CME ritual oils and black boxes back up. So you looking for some oils to manifest, shit like that. You need some blessed oil. Go ahead and click it. The brand is back up. And if you want to book a private session, if you want me to cuss you out in like you want to talk to me and me cuss you out on the phone, or you want to do a Zoom, I look at you, you look at me type deal, go ahead and scroll to the bottom and book a private session. And that's all I got. Y'all got any questions, concerns, or comments for me? Huh? Listen, I'm here to help you reset your life in three steps. Number one, choose your focus. Is it finances? Is it spiritual? Is it coaching? Which one is it? Choose your focus. I have a tool in the program for whatever the fuck it is that you're trying to do. I focus on love, health, self, and wealth. And then we're going to build your discipline and your expectations, and we're going to execute that shit. Question, concerns, or comments? Because I got the 48 Laws of Overflow. That's my book. That's my newest book. It's out. The 48 Laws of Overflow. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a published author. I have 20 titles now. I started writing books. I started publishing books professionally 5 years ago. Yeah. The 48 Laws of Overflow. You hoes need it. Questions, concerns, or comments? You need to send me your W 2s. Did you sign up? Fit by Carrie? Did you sign up for the for did you get a appointment? You got an appointment for me to do your taxes? Well, come on and sign and you got the email, put them in the portal. Go ahead and sign up because, baby, I've been getting to it. Now, listen, I ain't going to tell all my tax business on this because this shit is recorded. No, my program is not just for women. I coach men too. Thank you. No, it's not just directed towards women. I coach men too. And I was like, oh, I know. I coach men too. Shit. Okay. Come on. Bring your ass on in here too. So, listen, I'm about to go ahead and hang up. I can go take a shower and be in the bed in 12 minutes flat. And I can lay in the bed for an hour and 15 minutes with my husband. You need help with a 1099 from 2019. Aisha, unless you got some motherfucking kids. Aisha, unless you got some goddamn kids with that 1099, you might as well file that shit yourself. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and end this YouTube because I don't I don't need to be on trap. I don't need to be on Trap Queen season 8. Yeah, you can file this year if you didn't do the last two. It don't have to be consecutive. Call me. We can file that shit too. Come on. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and end the YouTube and the Facebook because you know TikTok. I'm gonna be like that shit was AI. YouTube is a little different. Go to the site and just book a tax appointment. Come on, Bookie. Come on. I can file up to the last 5 years. Fuck with me. You